Ready for El Paso's first and longest-running high school football show. This is the Borderland Blitz.
What is up, Blitzers? It is the final Blitz of the season, sponsored by Integrity Kia. That statement in itself makes me kind of sad.
That's right.
But it is just the start of the high school football postseason, and we've got you covered. I'm Danny Mata, and he played the Beanstalk in Jack and the Beanstalk.
You know, I thought I'd make a good giant, but my acting career just never took off. As of right now, you know, it's win or go home for every team in Texas and New Mexico. So let's go ahead and jump ahead to the starting lineup. Our game of the week, the Ysleta Indians and the Burgess Mustangs. Burgess, they just won a game a season ago, and now they look to continue its remarkable comeback, bounce-back season. The Indians, they know a little something about that after snapping a 12-year playoff drought last year. But can they win their first playoff game in over a decade?
Yeah, of course, the 6A bracket features matchups against teams from Amarillo and Lubbock, Americas and El Dorado hosting games at the SAC. 1-6A was swept last season. Will that change in 2015? Chapin, by the way, starts its quest for what it hopes will be a historic season. And Mayfield is going to kick off its playoff season. And, by the way, we will have our War of the Week coming up a little bit later in the show. All that and more on the season finale of the Borderland Blitz. All right, well, moving right along, after snapping the aforementioned 12-year playoff drought, Ysleta started the year with high expectations. It makes sense. They had 16 starters back from last year's team. Damian Solis had big shoes to fill with Justin Maese moving on, but he's been excellent, right? I mean, and the Indians are now in position to win their first playoff game in some time.
Of course, Burgess had something to say about that. The Mustangs kind of came out of nowhere. Just 1-9 last season, but they have a very, very good defense. They got throughout a very tough District 1-5A, and now, well, they're at home.
Marcus Graham did a great job with the team. After that ugly loss to Friendship to start the year, he did a great job making sure his players kept believing, and they were rewarded with a return to the playoffs. Ysleta and Burgess kick off our playoff coverage. It is the Borderland Blitz game of the week. Let's go to Burgess High School. In the first quarter, Burgess's Danny Madrid, no relation, gets the handoff and breaks it to the outside for the game's first touchdown. And just like that, Burgess is ahead, but the Indians respond. Here, Damian Solis been very comfortable operating the offense all year. He's going to hand off to Ronaldo Flores for the touchdown and the 7-6 lead. And in the second half, Madrid gets the toss, and he's going to go all the way. Burgess with a 19-14 lead, and they go on to win this thing 29-23. Your final score, Burgess wins the by-district round.
Oh, it always feels great. I mean, you know, these kids worked hard. They earned it, you know, from the off-season, summer workouts, all that work, you know, we put into this as far as the coaching staff. And, you know, it's paying off. And that's what we always tell them, hard work pays off.
Boy, Marcus Graham, again, great job with the team. We have
love
plenty more coming from the 5A bracket, but let's make the jump to 6A. A year ago, 1-6A got swept out of the first round of the playoffs. But this is a new season, and for the first time ever, the top seeds in each division host a playoff game for 1-6A and 2-6A. That means Americas is one of the teams that got to stay right here.
And all the way from Lubbock come the Monterey Plainsmen. Monterey comes into the game having lost 3 of its last 4. The Plainsmen were blown out in their last 2 ball games, but after an 8-hour drive, they were fired up to start the postseason, to say the least. Let's head over to the SAC, and we start this one in the first quarter. Monterey's Trey Manahan is going to take it to the corner and turn on the Jets. He will dive into the end zone. They take the 7-0 lead right from the get-go, but Americas, they would respond. Eric Foster on the quarterback keeper takes it to the outside, makes a man miss, reverses field, and he's going to walk into the end zone. That would tie it up at 7 apiece. But this game was back and forth all day long. Monterey's Baylor Mitchell says, anything you can do, I can do better. On his own quarterback keeper, he's going to run it himself 35 yards, gets off that tackle, gets into the end zone, 14-7. And then it was Monterey's defense that stepped up. In the second, Ward is going to pick off Eric Foster. That's not just an interception. He's actually going to take it back to the house. A pick six, 65 yards. Monterey takes a 21-7 lead. But in the fourth, it was the Americas defense that stepped up when they needed it the most. Baylor Mitchell's pass is going to be deflected right into Nick Cadillo's hands, and he is gone. He follows his blocks, and oh my goodness, he takes it back for the pick six and the win. That's the final. Americas beats Lubbock Monterey 35-28, and they will now play the winner of the San Angelo Central Arlington matchup.
It was great. It was great to win on defense because that's what's been our playmakers all year.
What an absolute
How did it feel to make that play right there? Hey, it felt good, man, but I couldn't do it without my team. You know, that ball wouldn't have gone up without Elijah, man. Hey, it was all teamwork. That's all I got to say.
Well, you see, Coach Melton and Nick Carrillo, and what a way to win it. You're down 28-14.
Incredible.
And the way they come back, special teams touchdown, offensive touchdown, defensive touchdown. You win it in all three phases of the game. Terrific performance. Absolutely fantastic.
I love it. Now on to our nightcap at the SAC. El Dorado is coming off its first district title in school history. The Aztecs defense has been much better overall in the last month. Even with last week's America's game, we know they can score. El Dorado, they actually averaged 47.6 points in the regular season. They've got two outstanding quarterbacks in Cedarius Barfield and Austin Hill.
Austin Hill got the start tonight. And don't forget, they've got great receivers, but Tascosa nearly won District 2 6A. The Rebels lost 14-7 to Amarillo. The defense is sensational. We figured it would be with 9 starters back and a ton of speed. They're giving up less than 15 points per game, which means we've got a classic elite offense versus elite defense showdown. The irresistible force versus the immovable object.
There it is.
All right, so let's go to the aforementioned nightcap at the SAC. El Dorado hosting Tascosa first quarter. Tascosa's Tim Field. 5-yard touchdown run, 7-0 Tascosa. Remember I mentioned this whole irresistible force, immovable object? Yeah, there was really no immovable object. It was all irresistible force. This is Sergio Gonzalez. Finds the corner, avoids tacklers. He gets in for the touchdown. We are tied at 7. Tascosa responds. Spencer Eisern on the keeper. 12 yards for the touchdown. That puts Tascosa up 14-7. Second quarter now. Austin Hill, I mentioned he started and he played well in this game. Here he's going to find Tyquez Hampton for the long touchdown. That would make it 17-13. But Tascosa just simply too much. And really Spencer Eisern, who I mentioned before, well, he had himself just a terrific game. Right here, this is a touchdown run as he calls the number of Andre Fleeks. He gets in for the score, and it is Tascosa who knocks off El Dorado 66-40. The final score. Montwood, by the way, won just one game last year. Not what we expect from Coach Felice in that program, but they're one of the feel-good stories of the year. 6-3, and before the season, they qualified for the state 7-on-7. They also won a 7-on-7 tournament over at Notre Dame University, and they dominated in the process when they won that tournament. A lot of people thought they'd be better this year, and they proved a lot of people right.
They did. They lost to Amarillo earlier this year, but this is one of those microcosm games. Ugly season last year, bounced back to the playoffs. Maybe they bounced back from an ugly loss earlier this season since that time. Amarillo has won the District 2 6A title. The Golden Sandstorm looking to show the Rams nothing has changed since September. Let's go to Amarillo, the Montwood band. They made the long trip, battling out with the Sandy band on the field. Third play of the game, Rams quarterback Andrew Fernandez with a beautiful pass to Tyrese Andrews in stride for the touchdown. 7-0 Montwood, but Amarillo is going to respond. Anthony Geiger will score right here from 6 yards out. That's 7-6 Rams after a missed PAT. But Montwood, they're going to answer. Andrew Fernandez making moves, finding his way to the end zone for the touchdown. But Amarillo would come from behind to take it. Your final score, Amarillo 44, Montwood 27.
So tough end to great seasons by both Montwood and El Dorado. El Dorado won its first district title. Montwood, great bounce back year.
Great turnaround,
those two teams are nothing to be ashamed of. We still have one more 6A team to look at, plus some 5A schools. We'll get to that in just a few minutes. But, of course, social media director Adrian Medina. He finally hooked us up with some pizza last week. It was long overdue. Luke and I, we're finally happy.
And he did it again tonight. We're just on a pizza high right now. It's fantastic. But, Adrian, tell us a little bit more about this pizza. It's the final night of the Blitz. Some people they're going to get pretty lucky tonight.
I've given away 44 pizzas. They call me the pizza guy out there apparently, but I've got 4 more to go tonight. You guys got to get on your phones, get on your laptop, get on Facebook. I want you guys to log on right now and enter to win. We're going to give away the last 4 later on in the show. You guys have been sharing a lot of stuff with hashtag Borderland Blitz, but I need you guys to go right now on our website, KVIA.com, on your phone, on your desktop, on Facebook. Please enter to win. We got 4 more pizzas to give. Who will win the last 4? We don't know. That'll make it 48, guys, and I think I'm about pizzaed out. How about you guys?
48, man, that's a lot of pizzas. I'm just glad we got ours, man, to be honest with you.
Now we will not bug you anymore.
Yeah, right.
We will. We just won't bug you tonight.
Yeah. Well, everyone, don't go anywhere. We still have a lot more to get to on the season finale of the Borderland Blitz.
The third member of our team, Adrian Ochoa, will join us next. Adrian was at Urban High School, where Chapin was looking to win its 10th straight, but Bel Air had other plans. That's next, and we'll also have the War of the Week when we return on the Borderland Blitz. I'm going to miss that.
I know.
mean, we won last show. I'm going to miss that. It is the season finale of the Borderland Blitz, the playoff edition sponsored by Integrity Kia. I'm Danny Mata.
And I am Luke Liddon. The Chapin Huskies have won 9 straight games, and they're looking to carry that success into the playoffs. ABC7's Adrian Ochoa was at Irvine High earlier today for the Huskies showdown with the Bel Air Highlanders. Adrian, how was it?
Yeah, what's going on, guys? The Huskies' only loss came in week 1 to a very good Eastwood squad. Since then, they haven't really been tested, going 8-0 in district play. Tonight, they faced off against the Bel Air Highlanders. Bel Air's season has been a roller coaster. They started the year 2-0, and then it's been up and down from there until they clinched the last playoff spot in the final week against Parkland. So, with the Highlanders show up tonight and pull off the upset, let's head to Irvine. For Chapin, the goal was simple: beat Bel Air and get one step closer. So it was time to let the Huskies out. And they came out on fire on the opening kickoff. Chapin's Gilbert Ariano will set the tone for the Huskies. Finding some open space. Run, Gilbert, run! Takes it across the 50, gets taken down at the 43-yard line, and the Huskies wasted no time cashing in. Matthew Castillo will hook up with Brandon Bullitt in the end zone. Chapin goes up 7-0. Then on Balor's first drive, it was a disaster. Handoff to Samuel Workman. He coughs it up. It'll be recovered by Chapin's Rosario Hernandez. And you can't give the Huskies any chances because they will make you pay. Chapin drives down the field. And here is Castillo with the quarterback keeper. Chapin goes up 13-0 in the first quarter. The extra point was no good. Bel Air would try a keeper of their own here, but the Huskies were having none of it. He gets stuffed. And that would force a Bel Air punt, and everything that could go wrong did for Big Red. The punt gets blocked. Chapin with good field position now inside the 10. And out comes Castillo. Looking. Hey, you know what? The left side of the field is wide open. Matthew Castillo, welcome to End Zone City. Careful, it's a bit slippery. 1 touchdown in the air, 2 on the ground at this point. Matthew Castillo, I proclaim you the mayor of End Zone City, sir. And then in the second quarter, Castillo will share the wealth. The pass to Mandarius Johnson, shake and bake. Breaking ankles, takes it all the way. And can you tell he was excited? Crank up the sound. Oh yeah, Johnson gave me some insight on that big play.
Oh no, it just, when I caught the ball, I just felt the moment. Just in the moment. It was a great thing. Yes, sir.
Just in the moment, and there will be plenty of more moments for the Chapin Huskies. They're moving on, 32-2, the final over Bel Air. So a great showing for the Huskies, who are now riding a wave of momentum, making it 10 straight wins. A huge win for the Huskies.
He looked like Martavis Bryant on that play.
Yeah, he did.
Right,
I'll take
left,
Adrian.
left.
Great get there on the sideline.
Somebody wants some punch and pie. I'm saying that right now, Danny. Somebody wants some punch and pie. He's making a statement for you.
I'll tell you, that was a pretty sick move. There's a lot of candidates up there, but great job, Adrian. Great get again on the sideline. That was absolutely fantastic. Great to have you on the show, Adrian. Did such a great job this year. And congratulations to Bel Air. They had to win that final game to get into the playoffs. Yep. I know the season didn't end the way they wanted it to, but Tony Cervantes did a great job with that team. Yeah. So still just so much stuff. All right, well, it is the finale of the show, but no Borderland Blitz is complete without the War of the Week.
Not at all. Just consider this the Super Bowl of the War of the Week. Who will leave a lasting impression? Brittany Carlock and Amy Solis are standing by, and ladies, take us there.
What's up, guys? I'm Brittany Carlock, and we're already at the last War of the Week, and what better way to finish it all off than with the team that first won and opened this season? You guys won one and lost one. What are you guys going to do differently to win it this time?
Last time we weren't in our element, but this time we're definitely going to have more power and endurance.
Hey guys, I'm Amy Solis, and I'm here with the Boy Bears. They won last week. What are you guys going to do? What's your strategy to win this week?
Our strategy is to work together as a team and communicate so we can win.
All right, ladies, are you ready? Are you ready? At the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
That's it, tough luck. Eastlake looks strong. They look like they're going to take it. Eastlake has it. Oh, my God. Eastlake closes out the season. That's it for us. Back to you guys at the studio.
That was fast.
That was a dominating effort by the Eastlake
4 seconds.
cheerleaders. It's absolutely fantastic. Seriously.
That was. This is one of the best years for the War of the Week, and it just really got better and better. But enough about that. We have more highlights to get to and one more game in Texas 6A.
Yes, Eastwood survived District 1 6A. The Troopers needed wins in their final 2 games just to get into the playoffs. They came up clutch. And now it's on to Friendship. Friendship beat El Dorado earlier this year, so the Tigers have already had some success against this district. Julio Lopez made the playoffs in his first year as a head coach. He's the youngest head coach in 11-man UIL football. He's 25 years old. Could he win his first playoff game? Let's head out to Wolfforth. Eastwood taking on Friendship in the first quarter after an Eastwood fumble. It is Ronald Awatt, and he is going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Tigers lead it 7-0. But that's what Eastwood said. That's about enough of this nonsense. Mark Torres rolls right, finds a wide open Pete Cardena, who does the rest. 50 yards for the touchdown. It trails 7-6. Eastwood will come out to rally, and the Eastwood Troopers win it 47-40. They will play Arlington Lamar next week.
I'm telling you, Eastwood, I love them from the beginning of the year. I still love them now. Very impressive.
Very impressive.
So let's go ahead now and move over to 5A. All local teams in round 1. First-year head coach Jeff Woodruff survived a tough start and has Andrews back in the playoffs. But Del Valle, they're no joke. They were 8-2 this year, and they played Eastlake very tough last month.
El Conquistadores believe that this is their year to get to state after a tough loss in round 3 last season. So let's go to Del Valle High School. Del Valle, again, as I mentioned, went 3 deep last year, and they believe this is their year for sure. First quarter, Raymond Montes, the brother of Steven Montes. He's just a freshman, and the youngster scores to make it 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. Then Montes, from the shadow of his own end zone, finds George De La O, and if he was any more open, he'd be Walmart. 96 yards for the touchdown, 14-zip Del Valle. Start of the second. Del Valle looking to add, but Anthony Lopez, who played very well in this game overall, he's nursing a shoulder injury. He gets hit in the shoulder, loses the ball, and Xavier Haynes picks it up, and he is leaving. 94 yards on the fumble return. Andrus is back in the game. It is 14-6 after a missed PAT, but too much Del Valle. Jason Morales is going to slither through for a 37-yard touchdown run all the way to the dirt, and Del Valle routs Andrus 36-16.
We got some guys back that have been injured for a while, and so they're back, and our coaches do a great job, and our players, they played for each other, so we're just real excited for them.
You got to love Jesse Morales, and by the way, the press box food, as good,
it's the best, hands down.
As
no
good
argument.
As advertised. I'm telling you, I had a lot of fun out there. We are halfway through the show, and we've still got plenty of ground to cover.
We do indeed. When we return, we will head to Las Cruces, Trisco Heritage, taking on Mayfield at the Field of Dreams. That's coming up next. Borderland Blitz. Welcome back to the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Integrity Kia. I'm Luke Liddon, and he cannot reach the top shelf items at the grocery store.
That stuff's overrated anyway.
He's got to reach.
Yeah, I'm not that short. Anyway, it is time to head over to Las Cruces. It was disappointing to see Mayfield left out of the top of the playoff bracket.
I thought the Trojans had earned a bye after the game against Cruces, but hey, no matter what, Mayfield is not afraid to go the distance. Mayfield was home to 5-5 Trisco Heritage. And let's go ahead and jump now to the Field of Dreams, and Mayfield was all over this game from the beginning. Quarterback Tony Lackland is going to get the snap right here on the quarterback keeper to the right side, follows his blocks beautifully, and he is into the end zone just like that. They take the 7-0 lead. And, he said, I'm the quarterback. I want to spread the wealth. So he said, you know what, Isaac Vance, you've been doing so well all year long. Why not give it to you on the sweep? He gets right in the end zone, diving. He looks like Cam Newton there a couple weeks back. Oh, my goodness, man. That man is a stud. That's his first touchdown of the game. So we're going to fast forward, and why not just jump ahead to his second touchdown of the game. Isaac Vance, once again, looking like Le'Veon Bell there. He just looks like everyone in the NFL, following his blocks, patience, gets into the end zone, and Mayfield dominates the Trisco Heritage 72-22.
All right, let's flash back to yesterday. Eastlake hosting Bowie at the SAC. First quarter, Keith Tarango is going to find Hector Serrano on the screen for the 17-yard score, and just like that, it is 7-zip Eastlake. Later, Adrian Chavez, who, by the way, I gave Punch and Pie to earlier this year. This is part of the reason why. Look at him just slither through the defense. All the way for the touchdown, 33-yard touchdown run, 14-0 Eastlake. The Falcons are by-district champs. They win it 62-14.
Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of other scores from across the region.
That's supposed to say Cooper and Eastlake. By the way, we had a little problem with the CG there, but I will tell you this. Cooper and Eastlake, because Cooper won, Eastlake now gets to host that game. It will be Friday night next week over at the SAC, and of course, you can believe that we will indeed be there. So let's take a look at some of the other scores that we saw. Levelland knocked off Fabens 52-7.
And San Angelo topped off Arlington 45-28.
Moving right along, we had Arlington Lamar 39-33 over Abilene.
And we have Canyon Randall over Plainview 21-14.
By the way, Chapin's going to play the winner of that game. So then we got Abilene and Amarillo Caprock, and Del Valle is going to face Abilene in round number 2 as Abilene knocks off Amarillo Caprock 45-43. By the way, we've got Isleta and Burgess. They'll get the winner of Canyon and San Angelo Lakeview, and it will be Burgess and Canyon as Canyon wins 58-37.
And you see here Lubbock Cooper over Dumas 26-20, and Eastlake will take on Lubbock Cooper as we just mentioned not too long ago.
All right, so one last time, it is time to give away the pizza. My man Adrian Medina standing by. Adrian, who's getting lucky tonight?
Oh, hopefully 4 good people out there. That you guys have been watching us all season long. 44 pizzas so far, 4 more to go. But let's go to some social media before we give away some pizza. First off, we got Bel Air Cheer. I got to give a shout out to Bel Air Cheer. You guys have been providing more content than anybody else out there. Next up is some Del Valle Conquistador. Their Conquistador on top of there. Congratulations to the Eastlake. They're bi-district champs. I know they have a big game here coming up soon. Also, their cheerleaders sent us some pictures. You know, great stuff tonight. The playoffs are usually, you know, kind of light, but we got a lot of content this time. In fact, some of the Burgess Mustangs go over Isleta here, and they sent us a good picture of their mascot. I also wanted to give a shout out to the Bel Air varsity. They did beat San Eli and Isleta today, and they're going to play in the championship game tomorrow versus Socorro at Loreto. And of course, finally, you know, I'm gonna end with this picture. It's a lonely picture. It's just an empty field, and we're going to leave it like that. But before I do that, let's go ahead and give away some pizzas. Roman San Roman. I'd like to have that name. Roman San Roman. 704, you won pizza. Claudia Pagan, 79925, you want some pizza. Luis Bull, 79936, you also want some pizza. And our final winner for the season, Jose Aragon, you want some pizza, 88007. I feel like Oprah Winfrey here. You get some pizza, you get some pizza, you get some pizza.
Okay,
back to you guys.
Pizza, punch, pie, everything. By the way, we still have some punch and pie to give away. We've got also the early word on the playoff matchup. So we'll get the updated playoff picture that's coming up next on the Borderland Blitz.
Welcome back to the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Integrity Kia alongside Danny Mata. I'm Luke Liddon.
Before we update the playoff standings, it's time to take a look back at the best that was. It is time for the Borderland Blitz play of the night. We go back to Montwood and Socorro. My man Chris Latta makes a terrific Superman catch right here for the touchdown that helps Montwood clinch a playoff spot. Now, later in the game, not on that play, he would hurt his shoulder, so his quarterback, Andrew Fernandez, carried the punch for him. But of course, Latta, still with one good hand, had enough to carry the pie. Chris Latta, you have the Borderland Blitz play of the night. Congratulations. I had so much fun giving out the pie this year, and of course, there's still more to give up. All right, anyway, here we go. Here's what we're looking at. We've got America 35-28 over Lubbock Monterey. 66-40, Amarillo Tascosa knocks off El Dorado. Amarillo beats Montwood 44-27, and Friendship loses to Eastwood 47-40.
And moving along, we have Burgess getting a close one over Isleta 29-23, Chapin over Bel Air, and this is the correct score, 32-2. Del Valle over Andress 36-16, and Eastlake over Bowie 62-14.
All right, and moving right along, we've got Mayfield 72-21 over Artrisco Heritage. Odessa Permian 49-17 over Arlington Bowie. That would have been the El Dorado matchup, obviously not meant to be anymore. Levelland 52-7 over Fabens, and 45-28 San Angelo Central over Arlington.
And Canyon Randall over Plainview 21-14. Abilene over Amarillo Caprock 45-43. Lubbock Cooper over Dumas 26-20, and Canyon over Lakeview 58-37.
All right, again, we had Martin over Midland 76-18, and then Arlington Lamar knocks off Abilene 49-33. Now, so here are some of the, by the way, you can get a full list of scores on KVIA.com. So here's the games we know, and I have them stacked up in this little piece of paper. We've got Chapin is facing Canyon Randall. We know that. That's in 5A. Burgess is going to face Canyon, just Canyon. We know Eastlake is going to face Dumas. That game is going to be here next Friday. And then Del Valle is going to face Caprock. Eastwood, Arlington Lamar. And by the way, we still have a lot of details that need to be worked out on the rest of those games.
And before we get going, we have just a couple seconds left. I just want to say I had a blast working with you here on the Borderland Blitz. It's been the fastest 12 weeks ever. Thank you to all the viewers, the production crew. You guys have been amazing, and I've just had so much fun. I'm sad it's over.
Our photogs, our producers, everyone, thank you guys so much for making us better on the air. And for all of you guys, thank you for making the show as great as it is. Good night. Have a great season.
We'll see you next year.
Visit us on the web at kvia.com.